Live from 17's Compassion Corner, this is a special edition of 17 News. The Hook and Ladder BBQ, benefiting the Bakersfield City and Kern County Burn Survivor Foundations. Now, let's go outside to the barbecue.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of 17 News at noon, live from Compassion Corner here in downtown Bakersfield. It's barbecue day.
It is barbecue day and we're having so much fun. Maddie, I got in and got a hamburger.
I know.
I just want to open it up really quick because it is, you get a great deal for just $5. You get a hamburger, chips, and a cookie, and a water, all for $5. And of course, it's all going to the great foundations that BFD and KCFD support.
And it's helping local burn survivors. That $5 is going to stay here locally and help to treat those burn survivors. And we're going to be talking today about all of the things that your money is going to help do. It does some really cool things, from different treatments and therapies to even burn camps for young burn survivors, because so many burn victims are children. But we want to tell you where we are. In case you've never been down to one of our barbecues, we're at what we lovingly call Compassion Corner here at the corner of 22nd and L Streets. Here's a look from our roof cam up top here.
And as you can see, it is very busy here, and that is what we like to see. We've had a steady crowd all day long, pretty much, as early as, what'd you say, Maddie, like 9:30?
The first guy rolled through at 9:30, and it didn't start till 11, but he said, look, I'm not going to be able to get over here until later in the afternoon, and I'm afraid you guys are going to be sold out. So you know what? You can have a burger, sir. Thank you for coming down and supporting us. It's been so great. It's been packed since before 11.
And you know what's great is we've got a couple places for you to hang out. You can either hang out here, and we've got some tents. We've also got some people just hang out in their cars too and eat, but you can also simply just drive on through. It just takes a few minutes of your time, and you can be on your way. So there's several options for you to enjoy lunch here at Compassion Corner, and of course, it is all going to support the Burn Foundations.
All right, well, let's check in with Kevin Charette. He's wandering around this setup we have down here. We've got so many great volunteers and so many people have come down to eat with us. Kev, how's it going?
Well, Maddie and Alex, people started to arrive at 9:30 this morning to grab a burger, and now the line has been constant. It just shows you this community, and when we ask, they come out in large numbers to support great organization. Again, it is our Hook and Ladder Barbecue. It is to support all our burn survivors right here in Kern County, and also to support two foundations with the Kern County Fire Department, also the City Fire Department. And with me right now, the guys that know about this the most, we've got Chief Anthony Gallegazzo with the city, and also Deputy Chief Dean Buller with the county. And today a big day. It's just so impressive to see these people coming out.
Oh, Kevin, this is awesome for us, because this is the one day other than fires that Bakersfield City firefighters, Kern County firefighters get together to raise funds for local burn survivors. And that's what makes it so awesome, is just to see the kids that are coming out here as well, and be able to see, just look around you. I mean, what a community that Kern County, Bakersfield, get out here and just support local burn survivors, because this is such a worthy cause.
And Deputy Chief Buller, I mean, it's incredible to see the people coming out, and we talk all the time that you guys offer different camps, and you know, the money raised today goes to help people with the treatment.
Exactly. Both the city and the county burn foundations send people to camp each year. It's a great experience. They get to bond with friends that have shared similar experiences and find out that things aren't so bad, and they can talk and work together. And then we also help with things that insurance doesn't cover, like some burn garments and all that. So we usually split those things. We have a great relationship with the Grossman's Burn Center at Memorial Hospital and all their staff. They're wonderful, wonderful people. So we stay in contact with them all year long and work on what we can to help local burn survivors.
An example of that, Travis, and he's got some friends and family here. Travis was tragically burned just a few months ago, and you can see he's wearing a pressure garment, and that pressure garment was donated by the fund. So this is why you're out here today. This is why you're getting lunch, to support folks like Travis and all those who have suffered burns in our community. So we hope that you will come out. Again, we're going to be out here till 2 o'clock this afternoon. Maddie and Alex, we'll send it back over to you for now.
All right, thank you so much, Kev. And now 17's Karen Waugh has a special story of a local young burn survivor.
They arrive to fight the flames.
We respond on calls every day, and most calls we never get any closure.
So they stay for full circle moments like this.
We're able to watch patients as they, from the time of the incident all the way through the recovery, and with many of our survivors, 20 years down the road, we still have those relationships built.
It's the opportunity to follow up with people they've rescued.
So how old are you guys now?
We've taken guys here to the burn unit so they can actually, see the healing that's going on with the patient that they ran during the emergency.
The Bakersfield Fire and Kern County Fire Burn Foundations offer financial follow-up too.
By helping support the families while they're in the burn unit, whether it be a little tricycle for a little 3-year-old that's not moving his legs at this time, to fuel cards to be able to get to follow-up appointments.
That was the case of cousins Adrian and Manuel.
We were playing and they both came in screaming. Something exploded. Their body was burning.
They were rushed to the Grossman Burn Center.
My scars tell a story. I'm a burn victim survivor.
They found strength during the scariest moment of their lives.
It's really remarkable to see the patients and the family members really lean on each other for support, to realize that this is something you can overcome.
So now they hope to pay it forward.
We try to be there and help whoever needs it also, because we already received the help.
Karen Hua, 17 News.
And joining us now is Dr. Rachel Williams with the Grossman Burn Center at Memorial Hospital. And thanks so much for coming out here today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's first talk about what the Grossman Burn Center is and why it's different from, a traditional ER room.
Right. The Grossman Burn Centers are a plastic surgery-based burn center of excellence. We provide burn care from the acute phase of the injury all the way through the reconstruction phase.
Who are the patients you see most often? I know a lot of burn victims are children.
Yeah, about 30% of our patients are pediatric patients. Commonly, they sustain burn injuries from scald burns.
And when people think of burns, again, I think sometimes they may think of someone who, those severe burns may be, someone from a house fire or something like that. When we talk about burns, is it a lot of people just with common things just around the house?
Sure. So the key to treating burn injuries is actually prevention, safety proofing your house, baby proofing the kitchen, as most of the injuries do occur in the home.
And tell us a little bit about what recovery is like for a burn victim. It's a long road.
Right. If you have a large burn greater than 20% of your total body surface area, you're looking at acute phases of recovery where we're preventing infection, treating pain, and then operating by doing skin grafts to replace the skin that was burned.
All right, if you want someone out there to know, the best little piece of information or advice to preventing, getting a burn, what would that be?
Prevention.
Just prevention?
Prevention.
Yeah.
Putting a gate on your kitchen, using the back burners of the stove, supervising your children.
And what kinds of therapies does this barbecue help support?
All sorts of therapies, especially our compression garments, our silicone masks, which help with scar prevention and treatment. And it's really important to the psychosocial recovery of the patient.
All right,
Dr. Rachel Williams, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, well, still to come, burns are one of the most common cause of unintentional injury and deaths here in the U.S.
Yeah, and you may be surprised at where they're most likely to happen. We'll tell you that and how to protect yourself and your children coming up. Plus, one very special volunteer has been making this barbecue a savory success for years. Details on his story.
All right, welcome back here to our Compassion Corner here for our Hook and Ladder Barbecue. I've already started eating.
Yeah, and so is my husband, Justin.
Yeah.
I grabbed him and made him stop by, and I actually gave him my burger. How's it taste?
It tastes good. Trying to eat it in privacy and got called over here on the set. So.
Sorry about that. It's Mansgiving, the barbecue edition.
I got to say, it is so good, and the great news is there's plenty of time for you to come on down as well.
Absolutely, and let's check out that barbecue forecast. Let's check in with Kevin. He's roaming around the barbecue grounds here at Compassion Corner. Beautiful day out here.
And it looks like Justin Jansen made an appearance even out here at the barbecue today. So everybody has been coming out and supporting our Hook and Ladder Barbecue. The line is still rolling with cars. We've got a great drive-through set up here today, and it is moving smoothly. So you won't have to wait long to grab your burger. Again, all our great sponsors, Chevron, we've got the Grossman Burn Center, SA Camp Companies, all supporting this barbecue today along with Dignity Health. So come on out. You saw earlier I talked to a young man by the name of Travis who is dealing with burns right now. The Grossman Burn Center treated him. And even his doctor that we just had on a few minutes ago, I looked over and they were taking a picture together. So this is just a community effort. We hope that you will come down and grab lunch today. We will be out here till 2 o'clock this afternoon, and the weather is beautiful. We were cold this morning, but things are starting to warm up around the area, and you can see out near Wasco, 51 degrees, a few high clouds, and that's it. Arvin at 52 degrees right now. And then up in the Fraser Park area, a few high clouds, but looking beautiful as we start out the afternoon. 50 degrees in Bakersfield under a calm wind. We're not expecting to be too warm today. 51 in Delano, 53 in Taft, and we've got 47 in Fraser Park, 43 up at Lake Isabella. And other than some high clouds, that's all we're seeing here, and that's all we're going to see throughout the day. We've got clear skies pretty much up and down the state. No major changes on that front until we head into the weekend. And then we'll be tracking an area of low pressure. It's going to be mainly east of our area, but it's trying so hard to bring in a little bit of moisture our direction by late Sunday into Monday. I do expect snow levels to drop as well, and you can see here on our Futurecast model, not a lot of rain. If we're lucky, right around a tenth of an inch in most locations, even lesser amounts out of Lost Hills, where we could see about 3/100ths of an inch. And today, we're looking great. 55 in Bakersfield, 56 in Delano, Taft at 53. There's no watches and warnings tonight, but temperatures are expected to be back into the 30s. And then for the mountains, sunny skies, 50 in Fraser Park, 47 in Datchby today. 50s out of the Kern River Valley. Look for that north wind, 25 to 35. And then for the desert, looking sunny this afternoon and a high of 55 in Mojave. Your extended forecast, and you can see we will warm it up into the 60s by Friday. Then that chance of rain Sunday into Monday. And then for the mountains, we'll warm things up lower 60s Friday, Saturday. Chance of showers by Sunday and Monday. You can see that snow level between 37 and 3,400 feet. And then for the Kern River Valley, we're warming you up as well, near 70 Friday and Saturday. But again, it is a great start to the afternoon for a Hook and Ladder Barbecue. It's so great to see the community coming out and supporting. You still have time. $5, you're going to get that delicious burger, chips, drink, and even a cookie. So a great lunch supporting a great cause. Alex and Maddie, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Kev. I'll take this away because it looks like Alex is still chewing over here.
No, I have finished. But I have to say,
sure?
The burgers are just delicious here.
In one commercial break.
I know.
Yeah, just about. But again, it is, we're having a lot of fun out here. And the burgers are absolutely delicious. But, Jim, you're joining us right now because you have a personal story on why this is so important, why we're here and why it's so important.
I was thinking this morning about my good buddy Michael Donald from Casper. We were high school chums back then. He was a senior. I was a junior when he got involved in a motorcycle accident. He laid down the bike in the street, fuel tank burst, gas all over him, then it ignited, and he suffered third-degree burns from top to bottom. It completely disfigured his face. And he went through this excruciating recovery period, and all of us in high school, we wrapped our arms around this guy, and his recovery, he spent months in the hospital, first of all, and then the long period of recovery. It was a long road to hope. And all that time, he had the most positive attitude. And attitude is everything, I think, for a burn survivor, because these injuries are so disfiguring and the road to recovery is so long. Attitude is everything. And that guy never, ever showed any sign of weakness. He was just so strong through all of it. He was an inspiration to all of us. So I Googled him this morning because we went our different ways. I came to Bakersfield in '83, and he went on to his law practice. But he was just appointed city attorney for the city of Cheyenne, Wyoming. And so he, it just shows you attitude is everything. And to be involved in something like this that raises money to give burn survivors a chance to be together or to purchase the garments they need in their recovery, we can all be proud of that.
Absolutely.
And, and we've also heard from firefighters that say the the process and the recovery effort is long after it continues long after the emergency is over.
That's right. This isn't something that you get stitched up and then you
Right.
walk away and your wounds are healed within a few months. This is a long, long time. So anytime we get a chance to wrap our arms around our burn victims here, we're on board.
Absolutely, we are. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about some of the most common burns that happen and the most common patients who are treated at the Grossman Burn Center when we come back.
All right, welcome back to our Hook and Ladder Barbecue here in downtown Bakersfield, and we're having a lot of fun out here. But of course, all the money that is raised here today goes to two great causes.
Absolutely. We are teaming up with both the Kern County and the Bakersfield City Fire Departments, and you guys have several different trusts that you help and that support burn survivors. So we're appreciating that you guys are joining us today and telling us a little bit more about what we need to know to prevent burn injuries in the home. What are some of the most common injuries you see?
Hot water scaldings, cup of noodles, hot coffee, pulling pans off of the stove. So you just want to be aware of where those are placed. Put your coffee cups further in the coffee table or further deeper into the shelves or your countertop so that they can't be reached by the little guys running around.
That's the thing. I think when you think burn injuries, people think like flames, but most often it's not that.
Correct. Yeah, we see a lot of hot water scaldings. Test your bath water before you give the kid a bath, or you're just doing dishes. You just got to be aware of where they're at and what they can reach.
And if you could give, the community one piece of advice, we just talked to a doctor about, her advice on what to do to prevent these things. What do you want people to know about how to prevent getting a burn?
Really, it's very simple. Supervision, especially with little kids. Just supervising, being aware of where they're at and what's around them, their surroundings, and that can prevent a lot of burns from happening. Like Josh said, scalds are big for kids up to 4 years old, and then they get curious, they start playing with fire a little bit, and then there's usually some sort of work-related or accidents after that. So.
Do you think this is more common than people think, these incredibly severe burns?
Yeah, they're very, very common, and a lot of people are unaware of that. We do classes, and people are just astonished at what type of burns and that simple hot water can cause so much damage to somebody.
Yeah. And I've got 3 little guys, and they climb on everything, and it's terrifying. I mean, I even had one at one point but reaching up and turning on the stove. What other kinds of things can you do to safety-proof your kitchen, especially?
Like I said, definitely be aware of your surroundings, where those pans are, how the stove, the oven, can they reach those things? Maybe, I know on mine, sometimes we just pull the knobs off so they can't reach up, and I'll put the knobs up on the countertop so that they can't pull the knobs off. Just being aware, what's your surroundings, where the little guy's at, and what he can reach.
And of course, you are the first responders. You are the ones that respond to these emergencies. What should people do if they get a burn?
The first thing they should do is cool the burn. Just cool running water, no ice, no creams, ointments, or anything like that. Because
butter?
What's going to happen? No butter, absolutely not. So what happens is when they go to the hospital, all of that will have to come off so that they can appropriately treat and look at the burn to see what kind of damage has been done. And so those mask the injury and actually can make it worse. So just cool running water is the biggest tip that I can give for burn injury.
Not cold though, just cool.
Just cool.
Okay.
Just cool water.
And keep it under there for a couple of minutes.
There until the burn stops, it stops hurting.
Okay.
And then get treatment. We have a great burn center in town, so go see them. They're the professionals. Absolutely. They can do the appropriate treatment for the type of burn you have.
All right, that's good advice to know, of course, because it's one of those things that it takes just milliseconds, it almost seems like, to get a burn. So thanks so much for coming out today and kind of educating us on this.
Thanks for having us.
All right, we'll be back after this. Welcome back out here to this special edition of 17 News at Noon, live from the Hook and Ladder Barbecue. Did you get your burger yet?
Not yet, but I'm on my way.
Am I really the only one that has had a burger? It is so good. Yeah, I scarfed it down.
Wow.
I scarfed it down. It was so delicious.
I got one, but I handed it off to Justin.
And we should mention really quick, though, that we're so happy to see so many people come out. There are still plenty of burgers out here, but they said that they're probably going to sell out most likely.
2,500 burgers. They had to go back to the store, I think, and grab some more. We've had a steady line out here since about 10:30. It's fantastic. And one of the reasons are amazing volunteers.
Yeah, especially one of the chefs that helps make this all happen. Let's turn things over to Taylor Schaub, who's got more on how this all comes together, especially behind the grill. Taylor.
Well, thank you, Alex. I'm in my own personal heaven right here. I got the barbecue going behind me, and man, it smells good, and I know it tastes even better. And joining me right now is the grill master of this event. He's been with it since the inception, Larry Spain. Howard, Larry, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, Larry, I got to ask you first and foremost, what kind of preparation goes into putting together an event like this, 2,500 burgers?
A lot. You have months ahead of time ordering food, finding the sponsors. You almost got to start a year ahead of time for the next year.
Okay, and what time did you come out this morning?
I was here at about 5:45.
Wow. That is early, and you guys, of course, put together all these burgers, chips, cookies for everybody. Why is this event so important?
Because it has meaning and it's got a purpose. So a lot of people gets benefit from it, not just the people out of it. Everybody benefits from it. Everybody from the worker working to the recipient receiving it.
And you talk about the workers, and we chatted yesterday as well, and you credited all of these volunteers for coming out. Something like 75 people out here. What does that mean to you to see people volunteer their time, volunteer their money to come out?
It's all about how people can get together to do teamwork. We put 4 guys on this grill that never even seen each other before today, and everything's going like clockwork. Yeah. And so it's just phenomenal how much effort people put into certain things that mean something to it.
Speaking of clockwork, we have, like we said, 2,500 of these burgers right here. I'm going to take a bite. That is really good. Larry, thank you so much. We're going to send it to break right now. Wow, that is good.
All right, welcome back. We are rounding out at least our lunch.
I haven't had it yet.
Here at Compassion Corner.
Taylor got himself a double
cheeseburger right here. Look at this thing. Cheese is melted. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's the key, melted.
His first barbecue, and they're already giving him double burgers.
Also, we should say that these lunches come with a cookie as well, and chips and a water. So I've got a snack for later today.
Yum, yum.
So it's really good. Hey, we're going to be out here until 2 p.m.
Yep.
That is the latest because it looks like these burgers are going fast.
Yeah, there are 2,500 burgers, but you can see the crowd is heavy down here, and they've been coming down since 10:30. We cannot say how much we appreciate everyone so much for coming down here. Again, here's where we are, Compassion Corner. Can you see us? We're waving at you. We hope you come down and see us again till 2, or the burgers sell out here in downtown Bakersfield, 22nd and L Street.
Again, thank you so much, Kern County, for your support, and we will have more of a recap on today's barbecue tonight on 17 News at 5.
.17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.